We have Mary over here is back to the sauce of sweet plums, dry plums. She keeps stirring the ingredients until the water is almost evaporated, leaving us just a thick sauce, sweet thick sauce with plums. Okay, back to our harira. Mary's gonna add the tomato puree into the mixture, and she's gonna add equal amount of water into the mixture. As we said, we're gonna add equal amount of water to the amount of tomato puree that we had. Okay, that looks good. We're gonna add 1 tablespoon of tomato paste. Now we're gonna add some fresh herbs, the cilantro and parsley, about 3/4 of a cup each. Tbarkallah, Mary. That means you're doing good. And we're gonna mix it. Let it cook for another 10 minutes. She's gonna add some more oil. That's good enough. So we put about almost 3/4 of a cup of oil, olive oil mixed with argan oil, mixed with table oil. We put the chunks of lamb in there. That's a leg of lamb. And we're gonna let the flavor lock into the meat, into the sauce for about we'll go ahead and cover the tagine and let it cook for about 5 minutes under medium heat. Okay, we have the meat is frying on, well, not frying, but we're just gonna caramelize it on both sides. We'll make sure that we put on both sides. And we thank Dreifa for coming over here and joining us in Moroccan style doing Ramadan. Dreifa is my neighbor back home. She is from Algeria. She is a Amazighi lady, and we cook almost the same thing. They call this dish the sweet lamb, which is the same thing as sweet morozia. And she is over here with her husband Abdurrahman. And Dreifa is with the help of Mary. They're alternating making the tagine. Let us introduce Mary over here. This is Mary.
Hello.
So we're making the harira and the sweet lamb tagine. Okay. And we're gonna cover the tagine again, and we'll let it again cook for about 5 minutes before we add the other ingredient. Alright, back to our tagine. Dreifa is gonna add some sliced red onions. Okay. That's good. These are about 3 large red onions. And the sauce that we're gonna have from this tagine will be just from the onions itself. We're not gonna add any broth. We're not gonna add any water. Go ahead and add some more, Dreifa. That's good. And that would be enough onions right there. We're gonna put the tagine cover on, and we'll let it cook for another 15 minutes before we add the rest of the ingredients. We are back to our Harira recipe over here, and Mary, my wife, is gonna add the lentils. She said you forget to say that I'm your wife. And the garbanzo beans. She's gonna stir the Harira just a couple times and let it cook for about 5 to 7 minutes before we add the flour mixture. And that's it. Thanks, honey.
You're welcome, honey.
Okay, Dreifa is gonna add some saffron into our dish, into the tagine. The onions will look nice and caramelized, almost melted over the meat. And yeah, you can pour the whole thing on top. Then after that, she will add the sweetened dry plums on top of the onions. Just spread them over the onions. Alright, well, we have Dreifa over here. She's gonna add the rest of the ingredient to our sweet plum tagine with lamb. To offset the sweetness of the tagine, we're gonna add some artichoke heart and some green peas. We're just gonna layer the side of the tagine, or on top of the plums if you prefer, with the artichoke hearts. Alright, so you're gonna add the green peas. If the Food Network calls them, I'm busy. There you go. That's good. That's it. And we're gonna cover our tagine and let it cook for another 5 minutes. It's ready to go. Okay. So Mary, my wife, is about to pour the flour mix into the Harira. You gently pour it while you're stirring the soup. Okay. Don't pour too much at a time, just slowly. That way you check if the Harira is getting too thick, you will need to stop. And I think you're doing good so far. You can keep going. Alright, so back to our Harira, we're gonna add some angel hair pasta. We're gonna stir it in and let it cook for about another 5 minutes. Second. Okay, now that the Harira is boiling, you gotta gently slide in about 4 or 5 eggs. Okay, good. That's it. We're gonna poach the eggs inside the Harira. And that's it. That's good. Well, this is a big occasion with Abdurrahman and his wife Dreifa, with a friend of our family, Deborah, my wife, and of course, my tagine. Hi, Miriam. Say hi.
Hi.
How was the soup? How was the Harira? Good?
Good.
Yeah? Alright. Well, you guys enjoy it. We have bread, right?
Yes.
Alright.